Well, hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Diane, and I want to say a big welcome to all of my new subscribers, and welcome back to all of my old subscribers. Thank you for coming back. Today we're going to be making a sheet pan dinner, quick and easy, something that all of you young mothers, single fathers can just come home and throw right in the oven and still have time to spend with your children and enjoy the rest of the evening and get your homework done. Our sheet pan dinner today is going to consist of salmon and asparagus and roasted potatoes and roasted corn. And I'm just dicing these potatoes up. I'm just halving them and then slicing right through them a couple of times. You just decide on how thick you want them, but you want them to be pretty much the same size, okay? And to that, the only thing that we're going to do is we're going to add some salt to it. So whatever, how much salt you want to add is what you're going to put in. And we're going to add some pepper to it. And then we're going to add some dill weed to it. I like dill weed. I think it gives potatoes just an excellent taste. And then we're going to put some olive oil in it. And then we want to mix all of this together. Just toss it into everything is well coated. These sheet pan dinners are going to be a healthier option for us to partake of. So we can't always eat casseroles and burgers and fries and chips and stuff. We got to eat healthy stuff too. So this is a healthy option, and there it is. Looks really good. All right, so I'm just going to set this to the side for a minute. And then we have our asparagus. Make sure you wash your asparagus really good. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this, and this is real stalky at the end, and I don't particularly care for it. So I just cut it off, and I'll take it and use it in a soup or something. But I don't particularly care to have that thick stalk in it. And plus you want to choose things that are going to cook reasonably at the same time. So I'm going to take my asparagus and I'm going to spritz it with some olive oil really good. Just make sure you coat it very well. And then we're going to go in again with just some pepper and some salt. Some people would like lemon on it, but we really don't like the lemon on it. So we just do salt and pepper and olive oil. And then we want to just combine that really well. Okay, make sure you coat those tips really good. Okay, all right, very good. Now what you're going to do is you're going to get your sheet pan. So I'm still coating these, and we're going to start building our sheet pan. See how quick and easy this is going? I mean, it's going really fast. So we're going to switch this out, and here's my sheet pan. Normally I would use parchment paper, but I had ran out, so you know my motto is use what you got. So I did have aluminum foil, so of course this is what I'm going to be using is aluminum foil. And so all you want to do is you just want to, we want to kind of stagger this. So we're going to put some with the heads turned this way, and then we're going to put some more with the heads turned in the opposite direction. So we just want to stagger it. We got our oven preheating to 450, okay? We want it nice and hot. We're going to leave it on 450 for about maybe a good 5 to 7 minutes. And then we're going to drop it down to 425, and we're going to cook this sheet pan meal for 20 minutes. That's all you need. 20 minutes is all we're going to be doing it for. Okay? And then we want to put our potatoes down that we've done. And again, you just want to line them up. And if you feel like you're going to run out of room, all you're going to do is just take and kind of squish it together. It'll be fine. okay? When you get halfway through the process of roasting your vegetables and your pan meal, then you want to kind of go in and just very lightly kind of stir it just a little bit. It's not going to take much, okay? And then the next thing we're going to do is our corn. And we're going to actually put the corn in a bowl. And we're going to add butter to it, okay? So I got some butter here. I'm just going to move some things around so you can see better. That's my salmon. And we're just going to brush on our butter. These are going to roast up really, really nice, y'all. Okay? And again, this takes no time. You can even start at night putting this meal together. Just chop your peel your potatoes and chop them up. And remember, you can do potatoes like when I'm doing potato salad for the holidays and stuff. Go ahead and put those potatoes, get them peeled and chopped up. As long as you leave them in cold water out on your counter is absolutely fine. They will not turn brown on you. So there's a tip for today. So that's something that will save you a lot of time, especially when it's the holidays. So you don't have to be worried about trying to make your potato salad all at one time. So what we're going to put on our corn is tahini. The J is silent, so it's pronounced tahini. Spicy, so if you don't like spicy, don't do this. Just do regular salt and pepper. But I'm going to put a good amount on it, okay? We're going to toss that around. All right, that's looking good. And because we're going to only be eating 2 with this meal, just for me and my husband, this is going to go in another dish that I'm going to have later. So I'm going to set that to the side. And so look at that. Look at how beautiful and colorful that is so far. All right, next is my salmon. And I've had my salmon actually marinating all day long. Got up this morning, washed it really, really good. Put some salt and some pepper on it. Put some herb and garlic seasoning on it with the olive oil, and it's been setting all day long. So now normally with a sheet pan, you would just put all of this on here and put it in the oven and go. I kind of like to have it separate, and even with my chicken, because I don't want it running down into my other vegetables. So what I do is I take another piece of foil, or as you know, I like to use the parchment paper. Let me turn this so you can see it. And what I'm doing is I'm making an individual little tray to put this on. And so here's my salmon, all nice and pretty. And we're just going to put this in. This separates it so that the juices from the meat don't run into it. But I mean, it's okay if it does. I just like mine separated. I prefer to have mine separated. And then all I'm going to do is just fold this down. Make sure your meat has plenty of room. Okay? I'm going to pull the edges up. And we're just turning this down like this. I'm going to see if I can't show that to you. We still have plenty of room for our corn. I think my oven has beeped, it's preheated. So I think that is ready to go. And then I'm going to take, even though I got olive oil on it, butter just gives it a little bit more flavor. So we're just going to take and put just a little pat of butter on top of our salmon. And I want you to look at this, guys. Look at that. So we're going to stick this in the oven. It's going to cook for a total of 20 minutes. Always take your thermometer and stick it in, especially your meat, and make sure that your meat is done to the wellness that you want it at. But this whole dinner shouldn't take any more than 20 to 22 minutes to cook in the oven. Halfway through, we're going to go in and we're going to kind of stir it just a little bit and move it around. Not much. You're just kind of going to move it around very, very little. Turn the corn a little bit and it'll be ready. Okay, so now we're going to move on to our second sheet pan dinner. And this is going to consist of chicken, sweet potatoes, and carrots. So here's my zucchini squash, and I'm going to cut them in a diagonal just for fun, guys, just to give it some shape. And in the same bowl that I mixed or had for my other stuff, I'm just going to drop this over in it. So we're not going to do no whole lot of dishwashing. I don't like to wash dishes at all. So we're just going to do this, and we're going to go through this real quick. My husband is my dishwasher. He keeps my kitchen nice and clean for me, and I am so grateful that I do not have to do that, because I despise washing dishes for real. I do not like it. So we're just chopping off the ends of those and cutting them in a diagonal. And we're going to put this into our bowl. And again, we're going to add our olive oil. These are sheet pan meals. So we're going to have one for tonight, and then we'll have one tomorrow. Tomorrow's Bible study night. So we'll be having, my dinner will already be done. I won't have to do anything but come in and I'm going to put this so you can see it and heat everything up. And again, we're going to go in with some salt and some pepper. And on my zucchini, this is pretty much all I want on my zucchini. It's just salt, pepper, and some olive oil. You can put whatever you like on it. I just like the natural flavors of it. I have went ahead and turned and kind of tossed around my sheet pan meal. I got stuff falling out that's in the oven. So that's already working. And then we're going to bring this in front of you. Move my sweet potatoes out the way so you can see. And we're going to start assembling this. And again, just stack it right on top of each other. It will cook just fine. And there's my oven. It's beeping. Okay? Very good. Okay, next we're going to take our sweet potato. And if you don't like sweet potatoes, just whatever you want to use is fine. So we're going to kind of quarter these, cut them in half. As you see, I'll cut it in half. And then I'm going to cut it again, because sweet potatoes can take a while to cook. Make sure we cut it small enough. Make sure you have a nice sharp knife. And in the sweet potatoes, we're going to have butter, brown sugar, and nutmeg. So we're laying on flavor. And put the butter in, because I don't want my potatoes to start turning brown. Sweet potatoes will turn brown on you really quick. Almost quicker than a regular white potato. Alright, so that should take care of that. We can go ahead and cut the second one. Actually, one would have been enough for me and Rick, but we'll have some for leftovers. Alright, so we're going to cut these nice and good. I'm just using my brush. It's okay, use what you got. And then this is my brown sugar and my nutmeg, and I'm just going to throw that over in there. And we're going to coat that really well. Alright, that looks really good. Okay, nice and coated. Okay, so I've taken the first sheet pan meal out of the oven. I want you to see it. So we are going to get ready to eat this. I'm going to continue on with the second sheet pan meal and let that cool. Then I'm going to put it in the oven in the refrigerator for tomorrow. But that looks fantastic, y'all. So I got that out the oven and fixed the hubby's plate, and he's eating. I'm going to continue on, and then I'm going to eat. So I kind of moved my zucchini over a little bit just because that's how I am. But I'm going to put the sweet potatoes. I kind of want a little bit of difference in the coloring, so you'll see how pretty it's going to be. And just pile those sweet potatoes on there. I've cranked my oven back up to 450. And we're gonna again let it cook anywhere between 5 to 7 or even 8 minutes, because it's chicken and it's sweet potatoes, and the sweet potatoes take a little bit longer, but I have chopped them small enough to where they should roast in time. And I'm probably going to spread them out just a little bit. See how you can just kind of push stuff and give it more space. And so we're going to put down carrots now. So we got sweet potatoes, zucchini, and then we're going to have carrots. And with the carrots, we're going to do, of course, again, just a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, a lot of pepper as we like. And then we're going to put in some honey. So these are going to be some really nice toasted, they're going to shrink up on you and become just delicious. Okay? So I got my chicken over here. It's still marinating. I'm keeping that away from this for now. We don't want to do any cross-contamination. Make sure you wash your chicken. Don't believe that hype about you don't need to wash your chicken. Please wash your chicken. I used to work in a grocery store years and years and years ago. And so I saw firsthand what goes on. You do need to wash that chicken. So make sure you wash it, even let it soak overnight. Or at least, at any rate, get up early in the morning and put a little bit of salt in it and let it soak, and then rinse that salt off. So I have had mine soaking in salt. I have not added salt to it, but we have added some other spices and seasonings to it. So here are our carrots, and again another colorful tray. So we got our starch, we got a starch, and we got 2 non-starch vegetables, and then we're going to put our chicken here and put this in the oven and let this go. And again, here's our chicken, and I've got this marinating. One was a really big breast. These are just breasts, because again, we're going to cook this 20 to 25 minutes. Stick the thermometer in and make sure that your chicken is registering according to the guidelines of doneness, so that you don't get sick from it, okay? So in here I have Cajun seasoning, I have pepper, I have garlic pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, olive oil, and red pepper flakes, because we like it nice and toasty and hot. So we're going to do that same thing again, where you take your foil, and we're going to make just a little divot to put our chicken so that it doesn't run into this. Okay, that's just a nice little trick that you can do. And I've kept, like I said, I've kept the chicken separate because I don't want to contaminate anything with the chicken, and at this point I'm not touching it because I want to keep everything nice and clean. And I didn't need that much for cut off way too much, but that's okay. And we're just going to turn these edges up and roll them down, and it just creates a little tray, and it keeps everything in there. Okay? So make sure it's nice and exposed. And it's going to shrink up, so just make sure you roll it up so that it'll cook, can get exposed to everything. Alright, so I'm going to show you what that looks like. A nice colorful tray. Again, this is what we're going to have Wednesday night before Bible study. So dinner's already ready. I'm going to pop this in the oven. I'm going to sit down and enjoy my dinner with my husband. When this comes out, I'll show you what it looks like. Clean up, clean as you go. Friends, so our second sheet pan meal is completely ready and done, as you can see here, and it smells delicious. We're going to let it completely cool, and we're going to put this in a container and have it for tomorrow's dinner. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here with me today. I want to remind you to subscribe to my channel so you can get videos. Click on the bell so you'll be notified when I put up a new video. And remember, if you're not subscribed or have a subscription to YouTube, you will not be able to like my video. So please go in and set up a YouTube account so that you can like my videos and so that you can click on the bell so you can receive notification when I upload another video. Young people, remember that you can do this. You can create a healthy meal for you and your family, whether you're single, you're married, or whatever walk of life that you're in. You can do this. Thank you so much. Be blessed, and we'll see you soon.